Hello, Virgo, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and we are doing June readings today with the Magic Hours Tarot. It is a brand new deck. It's so new, I just had to check the box. Yeah, Magical Hours Tarot. Magical Hours Tarot. I just cracked it open this morning, so it's a little bit sticky even. So this is going to be a general tarot reading for a general Virgo audience. It's not quite the same as a one-to-one reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major placements, your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this gorgeous deck for you. I always fast forward the video over the shuffling part and get right to laying out the cards for you. So I will catch up with you in just a second as I lay out the cards. I'll see you there. Okay, Virgo, let's see what we've got. The World. 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups. The Devil. Knight of Swords. 6 of Cups. Virgo, don't tell the other signs. But even with the Devil here, you have the most positive reading I've done so far. I shouldn't judge tarot readings like that, but I do. Oh my goodness. Wow. First of all, you have to see this card. Look at this. Look at that. The World. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Okay. So the World card is about stepping into a whole new beginning. We're seeing this, we're actually, even though I was kind of a jerk about, kind of a judgy jerk about how positive your reading is, I did say this to somebody else about stepping into a whole new chapter. This is like stepping into a whole new book, right? Forget about new chapter. The World is like stepping into a whole new book. It's like graduating. And when I used to actually do readings in person, I used to do tarot readings like at parties for girls' nights and things like that. And when I did readings for like baby showers, the World card always came up for the mom-to-be, because the World card is like when you're about to change roles in life. It's a major milestone change. It signifies a major milestone change. So like when you're about to go from being one person just, in charge of themselves to a human being in charge of another human being, like becoming a mom. This would be the card for that situation, right? Or when you graduate from college, or when you retire, when there's a major milestone shift, when you get what I'm going at. Now, how that applies for different Virgos, it could be different. You could be switching roles at work. You could be moving. There's a number of different ways this could play out for you. But basically, it's a significant change in your life, like a chapter change or a milestone. usually it's something to celebrate. Often indicates that you really have to be different. You sort of interface with the world in a different way. Like you go from kind of wearing hoodies and, jeans to wearing a business suit or, you know, I mean, maybe not like that, but like you have to interface with the world differently when you hit this kind of a milestone. The world is paired with the devil here. And of course, the devil is the temptation card, right? It suggests a time when there's an awareness that there's something that is calling you back, that is calling you to be a lesser version of yourself. And there's a bit of a willpower with when the devil shows up that you need to let go of something that isn't healthy for you or something that is holding you back, something that is trying to call you back to a smaller version of who you are. This could be anything like, bad eating habits or too much time online or so scrolling through social media or, even some friends who aren't healthy for you or a relationship that isn't healthy for you. In order to really enjoy this new chapter or this new book, this new role that you're stepping into, you really have to let go of this temptation. And I mean, even the art here, look at, let's see if we can get these folks in color here. Look at how colorful and healthy the character in the world is as compared to what's happening in the devil card. I don't know if I can get these both sort of in focus, but they're so not healthy. They're so pale and drab over here and lifeless. Wow, the character over here is so rich and healthy that you really don't want to be dragged down by whatever this temptation is, right? You want to enjoy this new chapter without whatever this is. So, Virgo, it's going to be different for every Virgo, but whatever might be, whatever this siren song is that's trying to lull you back or keep you small. Maybe it's even your hometown or something like that. But whatever it is, I would say stay strong, keep focused on moving forward, keep focused on your new chapter or your new book or the life that you're creating for yourself. And close the door on this temptation, whatever it is, because your health, your well-being, and everything you want in the world is dependent on moving forward and closing the door on this temptation. Next, the next column we have the Ten of Cups, which is such a joyful celebration. It's also an ending that leads to a new beginning. And we have that paired with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords suggests an announcement or an invitation or a contract, something that comes to you that inspires you to take an action, to again move forward. So we see something, again, this is sort of like a graduation again. Something to celebrate. This could be, we kind of see it here in the artwork of this card. It could be like a graduation or a wedding, some sort of celebration. We see friends around you or family, friends and family, a reason to celebrate, a reason to feel connected to a positive, healthy group, or even if it's your chosen family, not, it could be your relations, or it could be just your chosen family, right? It could be your work family, you know, but there's something to celebrate here and to branch out on, or to build on. So this could be something like a work project that it gets launched and successfully launched, that makes you feel recognized, and you know, you can build on that, or do the next sort of, I keep saying chapter, right, but the next episode, whatever the next project might be, or you know, something like that. But the cups suit typifies, or symbolizes our emotional fulfillment, our feeling of connection and satisfaction, right? So there's this level of feeling connected to other people, but also feeling recognized and supported, not just within our emotional connections, but for who we are in our essence, right? And for a lot of us, our work life, our sort of work product, or who, you know, who we are at work or social media, or however we present ourselves, is a part of that piece. There's no denying that for a lot of us. It's not just who we are, you know, at home. For a lot of us, it's who we are everywhere, how we present ourselves. So there's some piece of maybe work or social media, or how we're presenting ourselves, that we are building on as well. So there's some sort of offer or announcement that you are able to then take forward, take to the next level, produce, you know, maybe it's a job offer, maybe it's a offer to, an invitation to collaborate, something like that. Okay. So take that as it resonates for you, Virgo. And then in the last column here, we have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Swords. Again, with the cups, as I mentioned over here, cups is that emotional satisfaction piece, the feeling of connected, the feeling of sort of recognition and belonging, right? So the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card, you know, that sense of that feeling of recognition. And the Six of Cups is a particular connection, an awareness of a particular connection. So this again could be connecting with a particular person from your past. This could be a friend from your past. It could be a family member, like a sibling, cousin, something like that. It could just be connecting with someone who makes you feel young, youthful. It could be a romantic situation. If you're into that, if you're looking for that, it could be someone that makes you feel like that puppy love feeling, someone that makes you feel safe, but also playful, relationship that makes you feel that, you know, that kind of feeling, right? And again, it's next to that Knight of Swords, that invitation card. So it could be an invitation that comes in, that that collaboration invitation, something like that. So we see it in a couple of ways here, this invitation to collaborate, this invitation to get together. So it looks like the feeling of satisfaction, the feeling of connection is coming through a communication to maybe connect and collaborate. It could be through social media, it could be through a writing project, something along those lines. For take it as it resonates for you. But you have 3 Cups cards. So half of your reading is in that area of emotional connections, emotionally connecting with others, and that feeling of belonging with others. You have 2 major arcana cards, which are major sort of chapter headings. I know I keep saying that. And this Knight of Sword card, which, connects to a number of cards. The Knight of Swords is that card of taking action on an invitation that you receive. And the invitation is in the form of communication. So an invitation to collaborate via social media, or an invitation to collaborate in some sort of written project, some sort of contract in that way. Wow. I already indicated I was a little bit jealous of this reading, right? It's pretty cool. But Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. This looks like a very positive reading. The only caveat here is just kind of close the door on this swan song that's kind of pulling you back from moving forward. And let's differentiate between these two things here, okay? So there's the difference between the temptation to be small, to not move forward, to not move ahead. This is not a positive situation. Now, the Six of Cups, if it is a person from your past, it could be a positive situation if they want you to keep moving forward, if they're supportive of this new growth, if they're supportive of your, new beginnings, okay? So let's establish that. The devil is the temptation that makes you small, that holds you back, that traps you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. The Six of Cups is the loving, playful relationship that moves you forward. That's about support and seeing you for who you are in your new incarnation, supporting you in the truth of who you are in progressing through life. Because we don't want this. This is cute and lovely as long as we're truthful. This, no bueno. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by, Virgo. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. In any case, thank you for stopping by. Until next time, take good care. Bye for now.